Welcome to Dream Small, where we believe God does big things through the small and everyday faithfulness of His people. I'm Jason.
And I'm Whitney. We're a family of 8 who's fostered, adopted, and stumbled our way through learning that small, everyday choices can change lives.
In a world that tells you to chase big, we dare you to dream small.
Because you know what? It's not about chasing fame. It's about choosing faithfulness.
Whitney, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you today?
Tell everybody why we're so good.
We just went on a date. You guys, like just us, which is amazing and doesn't happen very often at all.
So we had a good friend from church offer.
Oh, okay, I'll talk.
Well, why do you do that? Like, why do you?
Because you just don't do it right. I love you.
That's not the first time you've told me that.
So this morning I got a text saying, "Hey, Whit, can you call me?" And I was like, "Oh no, like that never feels good, right?" So of course,
And it's not DCS.
It's a friend, and so I called her, and she was like, "What are you doing today?" And I was like, "You know, the usual. Like I'm going to the store,
Wiping butts,
trying to take a nap, feeding babies, making food." You know, typical Sunday stuff. I actually got Bible time in today though, which was great. So I told Jason, today's a Sunday, and it actually feels that we're recording for the first time in a couple of weeks now. It actually feels like a Sabbath, which has been beautiful. And then she calls and just tacks on more Sabbath, which was beautiful because she said, "Okay," she said, "Well, how about I come over?" She said, "How about you be our church today, and I come over and watch your kids instead of going to church, so you and Jason can do something." And I said, "That's great. However, I want you to go to church. How about you come over after church?" I said, "Jason has a meeting at the church anyway, so come on over afterwards." And she was like, "That's great. You guys can go to lunch or take a couple hours and do whatever you want to do." She wanted to watch her children, which was amazing.
And those are the type of blessings that are just perfect for us, and we're so grateful. So thank you, Carrie, for watching our herd so we could go to lunch.
And we're even recording right now, and she is still with our herd. We went to lunch and then decided to try and pop into our air quote studio.
We were doing really good of getting ahead of the week by recording episodes in advance, and then the baby showed up, and now we're barely recording in time for me to edit and get it published in time.
But we're still making it work. Okay, Jason's still making it work.
This isn't me.
I'm just going to go take a nap.
So I also wanted to celebrate Clara, again, the nanny we interviewed a couple episodes back. She still is helpful in our lives because this week she sent a screenshot to Whitney and I of a text of a social media post sharing that Walmart has for sale now.
Drum roll, please.
Inflatable Christmas decorations that look like the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. She sent it to us because that is a major treat in this house at Christmas time.
Like, I'm not kidding. Jason wants me to buy 8 at a time so we can save it for later, but then they're all suddenly gone in 3 days.
I'm not the only one.
8 boxes at a time.
The other kids eat them too, just not me. Anyway, Clara sent this to us like, haha, this is funny. Haha, I bought it and it showed up on our door the next day.
Oh yeah, he was all about it. She was like, I didn't think he'd think I was that serious. I was like, oh no, you underestimated him. Absolutely. But yeah, if you want to know more about Claire and her journey, hop back to episode 17, just I think 2 episodes ago, and you can hear a lot more from Clara.
Still awesome, that Clara.
So awesome.
Before we get started on our episode, I want to ask you guys again to please like, share, review, wherever you consume the show. If you could just give us a review or a like or whatever. Keep getting the word out. You guys have been so supportive, so we thank you guys.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear from you. I mean, I love getting to interact with you guys and hear people's stories, hear where you're coming from, hear what speaks to you, what doesn't speak to you, what you want to hear more of, less of. If you don't want me on at all and you just want to hear Jason's beautiful voice,
I don't think that's going to be the... Call me crazy. I don't think that'll be the feedback we get. This week's episode... we're going to talk about our forever yes, our always yes.
Yeah. This child was our always yes. This child was someone that we prayed for. She was
a lot.
Yeah, she was with us years ago and went home very unexpectedly, which I think we'll dive a little bit more into.
So this past October, we've touched on it. 10 days before Whitney had to leave in order to get cancer treatment, and then subsequent about 2 weeks of isolation, we got a call on a Friday night that we had been not wanting. We've been perfectly hoping we would get, and then it came.
But you know what? It was 3 years removed, so I never believed at that point it would come, because a lot of people had to do their job diligently to make that happen, right? But no, when a local area code calls me at 8 p.m. on a Friday night, I tend to not answer because it's only going to be one group of people, and that's DCS. No one else calls me at 8 p.m. on a Friday night that I don't already know. So when my phone rang, I looked at Jason and he's like, who is it? And I was like, DCS. And he goes, well, answer it. And I was like, I remember saying no, like, I don't want to, like, we're not going to bother. He goes, oh, it could be fun. So I answered it, and that just...
Did I really say it could be fun?
Yes, that's exactly what you said. I will never forget that conversation.
That doesn't sound like something I would normally say.
You like sarcastically, like, oh, it could be fun.
Okay,
like,
that's sarcasm checks out.
It was absolutely sarcastic.
Okay, that checks out. Okay, yeah, that checks out.
So, yeah, when the phone rings from DCS, you never know if it's going to be a 5-minute problem or a 5-year one.
Or maybe even a forever one.
Yeah.
And that call on that Friday night, in the midst of a cancer diagnosis and Whitney getting ready to leave for over 2 weeks.
And kids just about to go on fall break.
For cancer treatment, we get the call about our forever yes needing to come back to us.
Yeah.
And we said yes.
Well, at first I didn't feel like we should. Like, I told Jason, you know, who it was regarding, and he's in the background yelling, say yes, say yes. And I'm saying to him, we don't have a bed. And he goes, I'll sleep outside. So
I'm happy to report I did not have to sleep outside.
No, I just slept on the couch with this child.
Yeah. For the first night.
The first night, yeah.
And as we've shared before, our community, I'm pretty sure, helped us get that remedied pretty quick.
Yeah. It was the woman upstairs right now. Carrie bought bedding for her.
Of course she did.
And had it sent to us right away. Yeah.
So this child that came back to us October of last year, she originally came to us in 2021.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like fall of 21? No,
May,
right?
It was springtime, yeah.
May.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure it out. So she came to us as a little 18-month-old in May of 21. And she just kind of fit right in with our chaotic herd, and yeah.
She, her and Leah girl connected on a really like sisterly friend level right away. Like, they were two peas in a pod from the beginning.
She, I don't know if anybody listens to this. If I say the word kabuchi, there was a dance they used to do back then.
Kabuchi.
So it kind of so the word's the same. I don't know if the music's exactly the same. And I just remember her hair bouncing around and big smiles to that when she was with us the first time.
Yes.
And I mean, her first go around with us, she quickly endeared herself to our family.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she just fit right in with our chaos, right?
Really sweet. Just right in. I mean, Whitney, when we met her the first time, Whitney got her from a hospital and very quickly fell in love with this little girl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard not to love her. And she even then needed a lot from us. She had spent quite a significant amount of time in a hospital before she came to us. And I mean, for weeks, I had to fall asleep on her bedroom floor with her. I don't even know if you remember that.
I do.
But she was afraid of the dark, afraid to sleep alone, afraid to be left alone. Like, she had been in a hospital room by herself for a long time. She was very afraid of being left alone again. So, we developed a pretty tight bond really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She very quickly molded right into our family. And then it felt like all of us, we'll go into her detail of her story at a different time. But then all of a sudden, 10 months later, it was a Friday afternoon. I was at work. Mm-hmm. I was standing in my building with my HR director and my boss. We were talking about probably nonsense like we tend to do. And you call me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a court hearing that took a very unexpected turn. And she was at a visit during the court hearing. And all of a sudden, I was told she's not coming back. Pack up her stuff. someone will be by your house to get her stuff. And she was going to stay at home with her mom. And it ended like that. The placement ended that day, completely unexpected. Kids got home from school. They never got to see her again. She literally left for a visit and never came home.
It was like she vanished. To
yeah.
the kids.
And it was awful. Like our kids really struggled with that. We really struggled with it. But yeah, she was just gone.
Just gone. Poof, gone.
Yeah, which isn't fair.
And
especially if you think about our kids, even with her, like there was no closure, nothing. Just all of a sudden we were gone from her life and she was gone from ours.
And the disappointing thing is it was a judge's decision and it should not have been made.
No, I mean, we fully support reunification, but in this specific case,
right.
It wasn't right yet.
All of the things that were supposed to happen in order for her to get to go home to her bio family
hadn't happened.
Not a single thing had happened, but some judge decided, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
So she was gone. It was hard.
It was very
You
hard.
were really like, I
was wrecked.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was wrecked. Like it was my job to protect her for how many months. And then all of a sudden, like, bam. Yep. And I knew like she wasn't going back to
a safe
place where it was ready for her, safe for her. Yeah.
Yeah. We felt like we failed at our job.
Yeah.
I remember calling some of the legal people in the system and trying to figure out what we could do
to shake it up. Yeah.
To shake it. I mean, when I feel wronged, I can kind of go overboard.
You're a justice seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was not for us. This was not for us. It felt like, oh my gosh.
No, I mean, you hear those stories of kids who were wrongly treated in the system and how the system wronged them, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, and if you think about it, there's a reason she's back 3 years later. The system wronged this child.
Yep.
Sad to say, they did. So anyway, let's get away from the dark part of it.
The dark part. So we moved on. We got on with our lives. You know, we eventually accepted more places.
We fostered and adopted Braden.
Yeah. Looking back on it, I hate to say God's hand was on it, but it was because we took in kids we would not have.
Yeah,
otherwise.
I don't think we would have our son.
Or our youngest foster daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So God's hand was on it. He knew what he was doing, as he does. Mm-hmm. It was just hard for us. We did because we didn't know, but so it was hard for us. And then, we moved on. House came normal, and her not being around was normalized. And then came August of 24, when Whitney had what we thought was a benign large growth tumor on her thyroid removed. Mm-hmm. And the pathology came back with cancer.
And of course, a really rare one, because my body likes to be that anomaly.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
It was a scary time, right? Like that summer through the end of last year was by far the hardest season of my life.
Yeah. There was a lot going on.
The hardest season of our marriage. Not like our marriage, but like
not
together.
Within our relationship, but it was... Hard. We dealt with some heavy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Your cancer, my dad passed away.
Yeah.
It was just heavy. So in the middle of this, like my dad had just gone into like a long-term living situation.
Like days before this phone call.
Days before this phone call.
Maybe 48 hours. Like it was close. Yeah.
We were aligning things, and Superstar Clara Nanny we were aligning things for her to help me while Whit was gone, take care of the kids during the day so I could continue to work and I wouldn't have to use up PTO.
Yeah.
So Friday night, if I remember right, it was like a typical fall Friday. It was light. I don't know if we did pizza.
Lainey was at a sleepover.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I FaceTimed her to tell her what was going on.
Yeah.
Benny was downstairs when he came. All the other kids were asleep. Like Leah didn't know till the next day. But Benny came upstairs because it was later. But I remember Benny came upstairs and I was like, guess what's happening? And he was like, what? Like he was so excited. He had the biggest smile on his face. Lainey couldn't believe it. Like when I FaceTimed her at her friend's house. So. And
then the call came and we, of course, said yes. I offered to sleep in the yard. Grateful that didn't have to come to fruition. I would have done it, but didn't have to. And the interesting thing about this is I don't know if it could have been, the timing of this call could have been any worse.
No. Like I actually laughed at the worker. Like I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, why now, God? Like, and at this point I actually said, I was like, I would love to have a conversation with God just to understand why. Like, why now? Like, we've been praying for this child for 3 years. I had hoped, she was in a good spot. But we always anticipated, Jason was like, if she's 15 and pregnant, I'm going to say yes to her. Like we were never not going to say yes. But the timing of this, what on earth?
It'll be interesting when we get to heaven and talk to God about it.
I just want to understand, help me put it
together. What
together.
were you doing? Like, we have our guesses, right?
Yeah.
We think we know what God was trying to do. I don't know if he was just like, oh, are you guys going to be obedient?
But why in the middle of losing your father and your wife going through cancer? Like, why?
I don't know. Right? Yeah, we will never know.
I mean, it did come with a lot of blessings. So maybe it just kind of helped people step up even more to rally around us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's one of those times in life where I'm sure you've had them yourself. You have to make a choice to either cry, to laugh,
or to do both.
Or we did both.
Or laugh while crying.
I think I cried that night in the kitchen when you told me she was coming
you did.
home. Like it was like, are you?
Yeah.
It was shocking.
And I was shocked that you were so quick to say yes, because I was like, Jason, you're about to not have me for 2 weeks, and here you are screaming yes. I was like, you're insane.
Yeah.
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 It's interesting during our foster care journey. A lot of times it's the wife that is kind of the driver.
Yeah, I expect you to be my voice of reason.
And the yes person, and the husband's kind of the leveler, and we don't really have that. We both kind of like, yeah, let's go.
And then we have Lainey, let's take in 10 more.
Oh my gosh, if our 11-year-old could have her way, we'd have 15 children in this home. So anyway, we said yes, and about an hour later, what left our house as a cute little 2-year-old came in a shy, timid little 5-year-old.
Getting to see her for the first time, it was wild.
It was surreal.
It was surreal. That's the perfect word.
And it's interesting. So she was young enough that her brain, her cognitive brain,
it was like her
didn't
heart
remembered
us.
But somewhere deep down in her soul, she remembered us.
Yes.
But it was also hard because all of our kids remembered her. Pictures constantly, on the screensavers on your TV, on your Echo, your phone. Pictures of her since she's been gone have cycled through. So she has not been a memory that has faded for our kids, including little Leah.
Leah asked about her for the past 3 years. Yeah.
So, I mean, this little girl showing up was like, yeah, she's back. Like, to us, it was just like she was gone for a really long vacation almost.
And cognitively, it didn't make sense to her. And she had just been through a lot, right? A lot precipitated her being removed. But yeah, seeing her, I can still picture her. It was dark out by the road.
I had
getting out of the caseworker's
all our Halloween
car.
Decorations are outside.
Yeah.
We were worried about them scaring her.
She's in her new jammies from Isaiah 117. What a blessing that was. And
her little slippers.
It was just wild. She was so excited to show me her little slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was the same little girl that we said
sweet
disappeared.
smile.
Yeah, same cute little smile.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's ever asked me why we said yes. I don't know if we've ever been reflective on it, but it really wasn't that hard.
No. I mean, you didn't bat an eye.
No.
You didn't hesitate. I hesitated because protecting, my family and you. I'm like, you sure?
Well, like me, I was just like, well, I'll just take 2 weeks off, right? My job's awesome. I had the time.
Get someone to, a temporary home until, I'm back. But Jason's like, no, we'll make it work.
I think a lot of times this is kind of God saying, don't worry about all the answers. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. Mm-hmm. And we did. This might be the most blatant example in foster care of us trusting.
Yeah. I mean,
him.
it wasn't logical, but nothing in foster care really is logical. Love is illogical, right?
Yeah.
Love is an action. You show up, you do it. It's a choice you make every single moment of every single day.
She was not the prodigal son, the what do they call parable? I was going to say metaphor. That's not what they're called. Parable from the Bible. Mm-hmm. She didn't choose to leave, but that's what it felt like. We were just waiting on the porch, waiting, looking, hoping that she would come running around the corner back to our house one day.
Yeah.
And she did. So we fast forward. I would love to tell you that her transition to our home has been simple, silky, smooth, and it was like she's never left. And everything, we sung Kumbaya and saw unicorns and rainbows and butterflies.
No.
Some ways we did. minus the unicorns and the rainbows and the butterflies. Like she very quickly molded into the family, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I think her body, and I know I've mentioned this book before, The Body Keeps the Score. Her heart, her body remembered our home
and she felt the safety.
Yep. She immediately reconnected with Jason and I, and that attachment was there. It didn't have to be built up. Other people I could tell because she would really push buttons and really test.
Yep.
And it's funny because I was like, wow, like even with Clara, and I was like, I didn't experience that because I already had this bond
that
with
first
her,
night,
right?
she wanted to snuggle or sit on somebody's lap, that very first night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So on some level, that attachment was still there, which was a great thing. That made things easier. But she also came back having missed, there was 3 years of formative formative years where a lot of trauma occurred that we can't just wave a magic wand and undo. We don't know what it looked like.
We don't know what she's been through.
We've worked through a lot of food insecurities, a lot of lying, a lot of challenging behaviors.
What's it called? Attachment problems. Like anytime Whitney or I would go to leave, like she would almost have like a little mini. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, separation anxiety. It has not been easy.
So we sat down this kiddo to talk about the fact that she had been in our house.
I think we waited a couple days first.
But we did it before we went to church.
I don't think we went to church with her that first week. We kept her at home, kind of kept a little bubble, a little nest, like to keep her safe and let her get comfortable before we stepped into going to church.
Because a lot of people loved this little
and they
girl.
would approach her, right? And
so we wanted to sit her down and explain to her, like, hey, kiddo,
a lot of people know you when you were a baby.
You were actually here before. We showed her some pictures, and luckily her little face lit up. Like it was.
Thankfully, it was almost like she needed that validation. Like, oh, what I've been feeling inside is real. Like I do know these people. They do love me. Their old dog, I'm snuggling with him in the pictures. Like she still to this day loves when her pictures of her as a baby come up. And it's important. Like we have that history with her, and for her to remember that and see that and know that like we have been for her for a really long time. That's a big deal.
It's interesting. I don't know if we ever told her our old dog's name when she came back to us. Mm-hmm. When that picture pops up, she goes, "Oh, it's Quincy."
Yeah.
So I don't know if somehow it has come back to her that like her laying and snuggling with our old dog that we had at the time. Mm-hmm. So it's been challenging. You know, Leah and her is what's the word?
Frenemies.
Frenemies. They'll go play and just be two peas in a pod and great and fun, and then they are hating each other.
There's a lot of drama, like more than your normal sisterly drama, more than your normal young girl drama. It's just a lot of drama.
Lots of drama.
It's exhausting. I mean, here I am. I always thought I'd be a boy mom, and now I have 4 girls.
What's the play Lainey was in?
Oh,
Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof. 5 daughters.
It's 4, isn't it? 4 or is it 5?
I think it was 5.
It's lots of daughters.
5 daughters. Yes.
Yeah. So
it hasn't been easy, but you know,
we're seeing we're definitely seeing improvements.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It's a roller coaster.
Imagine being a little child, 5 or 6 year old. You get ripped out of your house, sent to this house that you're like, okay, I feel like I know this. And you see pictures, you were there before. And you're trying to make sense of where you belong, where your attachment lies, where your loyalties lie. Who can you trust? Who you can't trust? That's a lot. That's a lot for adults to handle, let alone a 5 or 6 year old. And we got to say, our community, as we've shared before, showed up for us big time.
Huge.
Once again, huge.
Yeah, huge.
Bigly.
Yes.
And I think from this whole story, we don't know how it's going to end, right? We're still in the middle of it. We don't know what the ending's going to be like.
God's rating it. We aren't.
We're hanging on. We're trusting God. We might be doing an episode in a month where she went home again all of a sudden, right? I don't think so, but it's possible, right? We don't know we don't know what's next. That's
nothing is final until a judge hits that gavel and signs a paper. One way or the other.
You know, when you're on a journey with God and you're trusting Him, you don't know the finish line. You know the next step, and that's what we're called to be obedient. Is just that next step of obedience.
Every day we're choosing yes. That's really what it comes down to.
And with her, it's very clear. We're going to love her forever, no matter what. She will always be our yes. And I think it's one of the things I've learned is that love, that's kind of what Sean has talked about. Our pastor talked about love this week. We're doing the fruits of the Spirit. Love is an action. It's not a feeling. It's not convenience. It's not when it's good for you. It's something you fight and do whenever it is needed.
It certainly does not wait for convenient timing. But faith, that's not faith. If you're only doing things when it's convenient, that's not faith, right? Like, it's not.
No. And it's funny, you know, people always say you guys are so faithful. And I'm like, nah, I don't feel like, I guess we are being reflective, but in the moment, it never feels like I'm being a super faithful person. Like I'm being bold.
Yeah.
Just feels like I'm being obedient.
Just
honestly.
trusting. We're living with our hands open, which is what we decided years ago we were going to do. Right?
Like,
use me, Lord.
Like God's like, hey, here's what you guys are doing. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Neither of us ever thought we'd have 7 children. That's for sure.
No, that's a lot of kids.
It is. It is a lot of kids.
I remember growing up, the large families were the weirdos.
We're them.
We are totally the weirdos now.
We're the weirdos with the big van.
With the homeschool van.
Yeah.
And the strange kids.
Yeah, that's us.
We have
the van that doesn't fit through the normal car washes.
No.
And I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh my word, you guys. Okay.
So one thing I would challenge anybody listening is, what is the hard yes you should say that you've been holding out on, that God's called you to, that you're just not saying yes to? I bet you know what it is just by me prompting you with that.
Yeah.
What's that yes? What could it be?
It's a good thing to meditate on if you don't know. Or maybe you're like, wow, I can list off a dozen, right? Like, it's a good thing. And I think on some level, all of us have that always yes.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. It looks different for each of us. We all have different callings. We all have different giftings. It looks different. It might be to serve on a worship team, right? Like, that's not my yes.
Can I say honest? I'm grateful you're not called to be on a worship team.
Because you don't want to see me in skinny jeans, or because I don't sing good?
You don't sing well.
Okay.
I always like seeing you in skinny jeans.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I don't want to hear you sing.
I think I sing pretty good.
It's incredible. Sorry, we're gonna
like when I'm worshiping in service, like I think I sound just like them.
Well, that's what God wants us to believe. So we sing, right? Because our singing is from God. But it's pretty remarkable. Our 11-year-old actually has
amazing voice,
a beautiful voice, and I sing like a crippled walrus.
We listen to him. We're like, where did you get that?
Yeah, and Whitney doesn't sing well either. She sings
except in church. I sing really good there.
Just so you know, she sings like she laughs. So take that
Stop
for
it.
Whatever you think that means. And I have a terrible voice.
Yeah, you don't sing good.
No, don't sing good.
You don't sing good at all.
Sing well.
You sing real.
You're
bad.
almost a doctor. You need to speak better than that. I'm the state school one. So in closing, we got the call at probably, if not the absolute worst time.
I mean, it
very
was
close.
really close, right?
I learned, trust God's timing.
Yeah, you're good at that. Your faith is definitely your spiritual gift.
One of them.
One of them, yes. Okay. Pride is also a downfall.
It is. Let's be honest. I also wonder, looking back, I wonder if God gave me that call to help me stay focused and distracted when the love of my life was off getting cancer treatment and being by herself.
Yeah.
I often wonder if that's why the timing.
And it gave your mom something really special to tell your dad.
Yeah, as he was slowly leaving us. Yeah. So who knows?
Because he loved her so much.
He did love her. So Dad was downgrading, deteriorating. Deteriorating is the word I wanted to use.
He had dementia.
With dementia very quickly during Q4 of last year. But Mom told him that this little girl had come home to us, and he lit up and started to cry because he remembered her. Like he had a very special place in his heart for this little girl.
We weren't the only ones praying for her for those 3 years.
Lots of us and lots of you were praying. Mm-hmm. So Micah 6:8 says, "Do what is right, love mercy, and walk humbly with God." And that's what we're trying to do today, yesterday, and every day, even when it's hard.
Yeah. Do what's right. Love mercy and walk humbly. One yes at a time. And that's a wrap, you guys. We love you. Thanks for joining again. Thanks for listening to our Always Yes story. We would love to hear what your yes looks like. All right. Till next time, keep dreaming small.
Thanks for listening to the Dream Small podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please tap that follow button and leave us a review. It helps other people find my mom and dad's show. If you're on Spotify, please give my parents a follow and a 5-star rating. And wherever you listen, don't forget to share the show with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. You can also follow us on social media to stay in the loop. Instagram at Dream Small Podcast, Facebook Dream Small Podcast, and Twitter X at Dream Small Show. Or email us anytime at dreamsmallpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. And remember, just dream small. See you next time.